Good morning, people. How is everybody? Racing into March, 1st of March 2022 today. Where has the year gone? We're going to start off looking at some astrology. So the moon is going to be in Aquarius all day. No, it's not going to be. It's going to start off in Aquarius, form a conjunction to Saturn. So the focus is going to be on responsibility and commitments and restrictions, around ideas and visions, you may need to take a break later in the day when the moon moves into Pisces, where you could find yourself swimming in the ocean of collective unconsciousness, dreamlike states and dissolving boundaries. And that is in preparation for the new moon in Pisces on Wednesday. So that's astrology for today. Let's pick some cards and see what the cards have to say about it all. So we've got the Wisdom of the Oracle, Colette Baron Reed first of all. What do we need to know for today? The 1st of March 2022. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What do we need to know? What help, advice, support, guidance can you give us to navigate today's energies? What do we need to know for today? 1st of March 2022. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What do we need to know? Okay, just one more. That's it. Okay, let's see. What do we need to know for today? Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, not for you. The Fates. And why? Okay, so when I turned over the first card, not for you, it felt very Saturnian. Limitations, obstacles, restrictions. And when we're in those kind of energies, the best thing to do is surrender. Surrender to the universe, to source, to spirit. Trust that fate is taking you in the right direction. Why? When we're in these types of situations, we always want to ask ourselves why. Often it doesn't help because the reasons are beyond our knowing. So sometimes it's just a case of just surrendering and letting yourself be carried by the universe to where it wants you to be. Sometimes, we think an opportunity that comes up is for us, we go for it, but we get rejected, and that is often because there's something better coming up for us down the line. Okay, so that's the sort of energy we're in today. Got the Thoth deck to do today's reading. It just felt right for today, going towards the new moon. Okay, so what do we need to know for today? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective for the 1st of March 2022. What do we need to know? What help, support, advice, guidance can the Spirit give us to navigate today's energies? It's quite a grey day here today. It's raining. Well, it started off really nice this morning. I went out into the garden and it felt really warm and really spring-like. And it was like, oh. I even opened windows when I came back in to let some of the fresh spring air in. It felt really nice. But since then, it's clouded over, it's grey, it's raining now. So, hey-ho. Okay, so what do we need to know for today? The 1st of March 2022. Messages from Spirit for the collective, please. Okay, a bit more. Ooh, very shuffly today. What do we need to know? Okay, right. What do we need to know for today? Messages from Spirit for the collective, please. Okay, so the first card out in the middle is Nine of Cups, happiness. Then we've got the Ten of Cups. We have the Fool. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Chariot. We have the Princess of Discs. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Six of Wands. And at the bottom, we have the Knight or the King of Swords and the World. Okay, so where we find ourselves, Jupiter in Pisces, the Nine of Cups, happiness. This is the emotional wish card. What are your dreams? What are your deepest yearnings and desires? What do you want to manifest into the world? Okay, so that's where we are. It's closely linked to this moon card, which is Mars in Pisces. Let me just find my glasses and have a look. Here's Mars. Yeah, Mars in Pisces. So this is the emotional happy ever after card. This is in the moon position, which is our unconscious, subconscious mind, intuition and emotions. With this one, okay, to make our emotional wishes, we need to think about what our happy ever after looks like. Okay, what is it that we want to manifest? And then we can set the intention. Okay. This is very sort of coming into the new moon in Pisces energies, thinking about what our deepest dreams and desires are. What is it that would be your happy ever after? What would your life look like? What would your home look like? What would your relationships look like? What would your career or your work, your purpose look like? Really think over these next 24 hours as we go into the new moon. Really stop and think about what that would mean for you. What would it look like? How would you feel? Etc. Really sort of explore that energy. And then to go with that, the Mercury card, which is our thinking, our intellect, our mind, information, communication, self-expression. We've got the Fool. Okay, so we've got a nice little collective of 3 cards here. The universe is giving us an opportunity to think about what we want, what we really want to create. Okay. So I would advise you to do that. Think about it. The new moon is always a really good time to set intentions. You could even ask, with the not for you and the fates up at the top, you could even sort of surrender yourself and ask guides, angels, archangels, you know, whoever your helpers are up there, to actually show you or guide you on this, to connect in to the bigger picture of your happy ever after. I mean, often sort of when we're asked to do something like this or we're thinking about it, we tend to stay pretty small. Okay, think big, think no boundaries, no restrictions. What would you like to create in the world? So this is an internal thing going on. Externally, we have Saturn in Pisces, we have the Eight of Cups. Now, often in other decks, there's a figure walking away towards the back of the card, and there's a sunrise coming up. If this card, we've got the Eight Cups. For me, this is the Dark Night of the Soul card. And even in this one, just over the horizon, we can just see the new the new day dawning. Oh, blimey, that was hard work. But yeah, it's darkest just before that time. So we might be in a really low place. We might be feeling rejected. We might be worrying ourselves, asking why we find ourselves in this position. Instead of doing that, surrender. Think about what it is that you want to create. What do I want to feel? What do I want to create? What do I want to manifest? What do I want to contribute as well? That's a real big one in manifestation, because it's about dreams being bigger than us, being part of the collective, and especially in this Piscean new moon, there's a lot about the collective here. So yeah, really thinking about sort of what you want to create. We're going through this dark night of the soul, and so this is a time to really reflect on those sorts of things. The Sun card, the Venus, I didn't say this, this is the Venus card. This is our values around love and money, relationships, friendships, harmony, balance, beauty, pleasure, creativity for us in life. So we're really questioning things, or we could really be questioning things at the moment. The Sun card, which is our conscious mind, is our core identity, core vitality, inner strength, and how we shine out in the world. We have the Chariot. This is creating through will. This is through pulling together the opposing forces into ourselves. We can ride to victory under our own, not strength, what's the word I'm looking for? Direction. Okay, so again, we're thinking about this as we're going through this dark time, this dark night of the soul, and we can be setting the intentions so that we can ride to victory. The next card, the Mars card, which is how we take action, our ambition, drive, determination, willpower, our passion and drive. We've got the Princess, or the Page of Discs. In this card, we have the Princess, and she is very pregnant. This is patience. This is working it out before we take action. Okay, if we get this right for us, okay, and get it well planned, it makes this a lot easier, because the universe knows sort of where we want to go, the direction to send us in. Okay, the Jupiter card, which is what's working for us at the moment in our life, which is hope, opportunity, good luck, good fortune, expansiveness, truth, justice, freedom. We've got the Five of Swords, Venus in Aquarius. In this deck, it's called Defeat, and for me, it's about a self-sabotage, how we trip ourselves up. Beware of how you trip yourself up. Beware, it could be sort of negative thought patterns, it could be not trusting the process, not trusting the universe, not trusting ourselves. Okay. Not believing you can create something. It's all forms of self-sabotage. Okay, and then the last card, the Saturn card, which is what's working against us, obstacles, restrictions, limitations, responsibilities, commitments, structure and grounding and things like that in our lives. We've got the Six of Wands, Jupiter in Leo, victory. Okay, we need to overcome the self-sabotage and the limitations we put on ourselves and things like that so that we can ride to victory. I see these cards as really quite close to each other, the ride into victory, the major arcana and the minor arcana. If we want happiness and we want satiety, then we have to overcome the negative thought patterns. We have to trust that it can happen. This is like being in a state of curiosity, of what ifs. What if that was possible? What if this could be true? Okay, and create from the place of imagination. Imagination, very Piscean. This really is about the energies of the Pisces new moon, the dreaming, the dissolving boundaries, swimming in the ocean of collective unconsciousness, dreaming big, creating our best possible futures. The cards at the bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Swords, Knights in this deck, and we have the Universe. Okay, so it's through using the power of our mind and clarity and clear thinking, and cutting through things like this, that we can sort of use the power of our mind to create what it is that we want. I can see in this card he's going at quite a speed. He's cutting through, he's not held up and limited by negative thoughts and things like that. He's speeding through the sky, clear blue, direct. Okay, seeing this in the Chariot, I said about the Chariot. So sometimes the horses can go in opposite directions. The charioteer is trying to get them to go in the same direction, in focus together. In the King, the Knight of, or the King of Swords, that he has got that focus and that clarity, that active swords energy of clear-mindedness, focus. In the birds, they look like they're swifts. So, it's all about the focused mental energy. And then the Universe, or the world, the completing of a cycle. So we're getting clarity on completing a cycle so that we can start this new positive start of creating a new. Okay, so that's today's reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If it resonated with you, then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. If you press on the wiggly bell, then you will get notifications of when I release readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please email me at the email address below this video in the description box. Have a wonderful day, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching.